I have a question, but if you were to move out from your house, how do you put your stuff in a box? Oh, let me tell you how I pack my stuff when I put my shrine in banishment last September. If you've been following me, you remember how I just had my ring dolls right here and it was just a bunch of yarn. So the way I pack things is number one, buy a bunch of plastic bins. I say plastic because you don't want bugs going into cardboard boxes. Bugs love cardboard. Every time I get cardboard boxes, they all run in there like nobody's business. Although you can use cardboard boxes if you're just moving and having in there very short term. Two, for supplies, I like to use dog pads, newspaper, tape, sandwich bag. Up next, I sort things by the items. So if I decide to pack away my acrylics first, I would take them down, disassemble it, put them into little plastic baggies so that way all the pieces can be contained. Then I stack about 5 to 6 acrylic stands on top of each other, and then I take a dog pad and then I wrap it up. I repeat this process and then stack up all the little doggy pads on top of each other. For books, I do the same thing. I take about 5 or 6 volumes, stack them on top of each other on top of a doggy pad, and then I wrap it up. If you want your books to not get dent, use some bubble wrap in between the doggy pads. Plushies, I just throw them on a bin or use them as like cushioning. For expensive scale figures like the Bushinshin figure, I always try to keep the box it came in so that way I can pack it up in the box, and then I put those boxes in a large trash bag. To pack my ring dolls, I simply put them back in their boxes. I also kept the boxes they came in to not damage their caskets. And to be extra careful and clean, I also take another plastic bag and put it inside of my plastic bin, followed by the rest of the merch items. For picture frames, I wrap them up with dog pads on both sides, then put them all together in a large trash bag and tie it off. To show you how I put my books in a box, here's a plastic bag, followed by some doggy pads with some books inside of it, and I just stack them on top of each other. These books have been in here for months, and I live in a really humid place, but there's no problem with molding. Although if you're worried about molding, get those gel silica packets, throw them in there, or get those dryer sheets and put them in between the books.